Hey everybody, welcome to the Out the Trunk podcast with Jordan and Darius. This is our movie review segment. My name is Jordan. You can find me on all socials at Jordy B Writing.
And I'm Darius. You can find me on all socials at D's All Up in Your Area.
And today we're going to be reviewing Game Night. This movie came out in 2018, starring Jason Bateman, Rachel McAdams, Kyle Chandler, Jeffrey Wright, Billy Magnuson, Sharon Horgan, Lamorne Morris, Kylie Bunbury, Jesse Plemons, Michael C. Hall, Danny Huston, and Chelsea Peretti. I know it was a lot of names, but yes, the cast is that loaded with that many people that you do know from other stuff. Um, so Game Night features a group of competitive friends who meet regularly for game nights and find their latest event turned upside down when a murder mystery party they are participating in becomes a real-life kidnapping case. They must work together to solve the game before it's too late. So I'll toss it to you to set the table for Act One.
Act one, we're going to call the setup. Max and Annie, a highly competitive couple, are hosting their regular game night. Max's successful and charismatic brother, Brooks, joins in and plans a murder mystery party with the grand prize, a vintage car, which he claims is a real life kidnapping. Start off quick observation.
Hmm.
Shout out homegirl. I have not seen her in a long time. A friend of mine named Liz. One time I was at a murder mystery, someone's birthday party,
Hmm.
and I was at a murder mystery, and I was the only black guy there,
Hmm.
and just it was a group of friends that just it just happened to work that way, and so
Right.
we were picking roles because you have to pick the roles for the murder mystery,
Right.
and you know how there's just they literally it wasn't random. No one was trying to be funny. It was just like a random
Hmm.
drawing from the hat, and I drew the criminal, and you're not supposed to tell people what you drew, right?
Right.
And so Liz looks at my card and she looks at me and she goes, "You want to switch?" And I go, "Yes." And I and we switched. So shout out to Liz. I will forever be indebted to you for that because I did not want to endure that awkwardness all night. And she did it
Yeah,
without telling anyone, and she did it discreetly, and I will forever be appreciative of that. So,
that's funny.
have you ever done a murder mystery game night type thing?
Yeah, actually, my family is really, really big into games. We don't have a game like super often, but when we do, we go all the way with it. We did one. So my mom had ankle surgery last summer, so she was out of commission for a few months. So we had a bunch of stuff at the house. People come over and see her because she couldn't really move and stuff. And so for her birthday, we did a murder mystery game that was really, really fun. And then so my a couple months ago. My mom and aunts and my little cousins and my sisters, they did like a girls' day where they did the murder mystery thing where they did the costumes and everything. So they like made like French bread and had the little mustaches on and all, all the cute little costumes and stuff. So yeah, my family's big into to that kind of stuff, the pageantry and all that. I fuck with the murder mystery games. They're always fun things to play.
Uh, you know, I'm not really big into playing pretend, but I'm a good sport about it. So, I could take it or leave it. What you got
I
for
feel
Act
you.
One, man?
Um, so I love how the movie starts where it because we all know that like one couple that just loves to like have events and host events and stuff. So
Yeah,
that was very realistic. Also, I've been to a lot of bar trivia nights, and that's about as real as it gets.
yeah.
They can get pretty serious, and they're always just really fun to do. I don't do them as much anymore because I just be busy during the week, and also going out on Tuesdays is just not very plausible or smart at this point. I do want to say I want to shout out Jesse Plemons, who plays the creepy neighbor, because that dude is unnecessarily terrifying and hilarious in this movie, and is an ultimate scene stealer.
Uh, I call him our generation's Walter Goggins, and just like the best character
Yeah,
actor. He's just
yes,
everything he just kills. Not quite handsome
absolutely.
enough to ever be lead, but like he's
Right.
always in a supporting role, and he's always a character actor. And I've never known Walter Goggins or Jesse Plemons to be in anything bad. And so
Bad
if I see
ever.
them on the rundown, I know the movie
Yeah,
is going to be good.
that's a fact.
Um, just like I call him our generation's Walter Goggins.
Yeah, he was even as a kid when he was in Mike, he was a terrifying villain in that movie.
He was in Friday Night Lights as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
And he
The
was
show.
Todd from Breaking Bad was his like first real like
Hmm.
prominent like he has an HBO show where he plays the
Yeah.
husband who has an affair with Elizabeth Olsen. That's
Hmm.
and so that's really like
Okay.
he doesn't miss.
He
Everything
just
he's
is
in,
good
he's
in
good.
everything. He was in Judas and the Black Messiah. I don't know if you saw that.
I have not seen that, but
Um
I saw he was in it.
It was that movie's incredible. He was so good. He had like it was like a smaller role, but he was great in that movie. He plays like an undercover cop or yeah, an undercover cop. And yeah, he was fucking fantastic in that one too. He just is great in everything I've seen him in. So I just want to give him his props. Also, I do want to say Jason Bateman is like, for my money, he's one of the greatest comedic actors of all time. I feel like I don't know why he's never mentioned with the greats. But to me, of this generation of like great comedic actors, like the deadpan guys, it's like him, Topher Grace. I'd go. Who am I thinking? Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting somebody, but like the guys who just are great at this, the deadpan with the wit, with the sarcasm. He's Ben Stiller. That's what I'm thinking of. He's right up there with anybody to me when it comes to the comedic timing.
I think yeah, we'll get his props because most people prefer like over the top physical
Yeah,
comedy,
that's
which
true.
is not my cup of tea, but that's
Right.
usually, people prefer to be told when to laugh and not to get the joke. So,
That is true.
um, if you had a house in the suburbs, would you be the hosting couple?
Uh, yeah, I probably would. I'd be definitely for sure. I feel that'd be fun. Well, at least, maybe like before if I had kids, like if I had kids, maybe not so much. That's just a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
But if I'm just a single, not single couple, but a couple with no children, then we'd probably be doing a lot of hosting for sure.
You remember that time? Remember the R&B group TGT, Tank, Genuine, and
Yeah, Tank
Tyrese?
Genuine, Tyrese.
And when someone, I think it was Tank left, and Tyrese said him and
Mhm.
Genuine were about to go solo together. He was like, we kicked Tank out the group, so Genuine and I are going solo together. That's not what those words mean. Uh, what else you got for Act One?
Um. Oh yeah. So one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when they're coming back from like the grocery store and they see the neighbor, and he's like petting the dog. He's like, "Hey guys, what are y'all doing?"
Having game
And they're
night.
like, "Yeah." He's like having a game night. And they're like, "No, we're just gonna go home and eat." And he's like, "But you got 3 bags of scoops." And he's like, "Yeah, they run special."
Which,
And I was,
they don't go bad.
they don't go bad. Also, the bag is half air. And
Yeah.
also, I can fuck up some nachos. I do love me. I do love chips and salsa, so I could do that any day of the week. But yeah, I just thought that scene was hilarious. Even when they get in the car and he's like, "What?" And they're like, "No one said anything."
Yeah. Petting the dog that his wife left him for. Um, what else you got for Act One?
Um. Okay. Yeah. So, I want to ask you, so do you have obviously? So you're not big in like murder mystery games, but like, is there like, do you have go-to games like when you're at a game night, or if you were to have a game night where you're like, okay, I can beat anyone at this game?
Black people or white people? That's important.
That is a good. It's a critical.
Is it a black game night or a white game night?
That's a
Because
good. Okay. So let's do both. Let's do both. Black game night and white game night.
black game night, we're gonna get some Uno going.
Okay.
Some tongue.
How do you how you play? How do you play Uno?
Well,
What are your rules?
I go by. I mean, I'm flexible, so whatever the house wants to do. But we normally
Okay.
we allow stacking.
Okay. Colors and numbers?
Numbers.
Okay.
So no colors and numbers. You're right, but I'm
Okay.
flexible. House rules. White game nights tend to be more less card focused, more board game
Pictionary.
focused.
Yeah.
Pictionary. What's the one where that is Pictionary where you're drawing, right?
Yeah.
What's the one where you just
Sh
yell out clues?
charades
Charades.
or taboo?
Yes. Um, there's also this gets really nerdy. Settlers of Catan. Depending on how nerdy the crowd, that's
Oh,
super
okay.
nerdy. And so just depends. I'm flexible. I can play it all, but
Okay.
my go-to would probably be charades on white game night and
Okay.
Uno on black game night.
Okay.
So how about you?
Uh, white game night. Actually, I don't even know if I've ever been to a white game night. Now that I think about it. I don't know what
Just
games
like
do
when
they
you said
play?
when you pretended you didn't know a Backstreet song last week.
No, no, no.
I'm so black. I don't listen to that white people shit. And nigga, you done heard an
No,
NSYNC song before. Cut
no,
it out.
no, no, no. I fuck with NSYNC. I fuck with Backstreet Boys. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Probably like maybe like Scrabble or something like that.
I like Scrabble.
That's a
Scrabble, the
fun
problem with
game.
Scrabble is it doesn't scale. Like it's just once alcohol gets involved and there's like a
True.
larger group, it just gets to be
It's
too
just
hard
hard
to
to do.
follow.
That's true. And then Black Game Night, uh, Taboo or Uno.
Fair
Yeah, I'm really, really good
enough.
at Taboo.
What else you got for Act One?
Heads Up is a fun game too, also. Very slept on game. And you can play it anywhere.
That is true.
Um, yeah, what was that? Okay, so I wanted to ask you, so there are some people who treat like game nights and like couples game nights as like a litmus test for like the success or health of the relationship. Do you have like have you ever seen that or
No, that's a little too deep for me. Nah, because okay, it's rare that there would be a couple where that was
Mhm.
my only like sample to use. So like
Right.
if I'm at their house for a game night, I'm usually hung out with them in other venues. So I doubt that I would just use the game night as like a litmus
Right.
test. And if it's a
Mhm.
couple that I don't know at all or have never hung out with and it's just like a friend of a friend, I don't even
Mhm.
care enough to do like I don't care.
Right, right.
Like will they make it? I don't know these people. So like if I
Yeah,
know them well enough to care if they make it, I would have a larger sample than just that game night. So to answer your
got
question,
you.
no, I would not use it as a litmus test for game night.
Okay.
But you know, it's I don't know. I don't know if it means anything, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, obviously, if they
Right.
hollering and fussing and throwing shit, that's not a good thing. But,
Yeah.
the way they interact with each other on the game, I don't think means anything bigger is without void of context, anything outside of that. So,
Right. Got you. Think yeah, that's all I have for game one or game one, act one.
I mean, game one would work. Well, we're going to go into act two. The game unravels. The group, believing it's a game, witnesses a staged kidnapping of Brooks and begins following clues to rescue him. As they get deeper into the mystery, the lines between reality and the game blur, and they realize the stakes are much higher than they thought. You have to know something once niggas start getting thrown through tables.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
like,
They tore that kitchen to pieces.
not
And
one
they
of
were
y'all was
like
like,
and they're like, wow, they're really method.
yeah, like, they're destroying tables. Like, you can't fake this. You think these people, how much do you
Yeah.
think they're getting paid to be thrown through a table? Like,
Tables.
it just,
Like they're literally bleeding and punching each other in the face.
that's where the movie started to lose me. I was like, all right,
Okay.
man. Can we get some more Jesse Plemons? Because this is tough. Um, the Denzel bit was funny. I thought that was
Yeah.
funny.
That was a pretty
That
good
was
impression. Yeah.
that was probably my last like laugh out loud.
Hmm.
When he was like, "What do you drive? BMW? Three."
Mm. Mm. No,
That
and
that
then
that
remember,
three series is the baby beaver.
then remember he was like, so what his house is like? She's like, he had a two-bedroom condo. And she's like, "Yeah, and a room he used for an office." He's like,
Well, okay, so it is not unusual. This it's not unusual for a wealthy, famous person to have like a very nice house in the suburbs where he keeps his family and then
right,
a condo in the city where he does his dirt. So it does
fair.
that would in and of itself, that
That's
doesn't mean
true.
it's his primary residence that he took him
Right,
to a
right.
condo.
That's true.
There were a lot of football teams just like, let's say, you work for the, let's say you play on the Panthers,
Hmm.
basketball team, whatever, Charlotte. A lot of them
Yeah,
will just like rent a spot to do whole shit together and just
correct.
like pass the keys around and like
That's a fact.
and then they go in the suburbs. So what I
Yeah,
say this to
that's
say,
true.
the condo alone is not. It wasn't Denzel. The picture was funny, but like it's entirely possible for a wealthy, prominent man to just have a spot to do some hoeing in that's a bit less
Yeah,
extravagant than the home he
that's true.
actually gets
That's
his mail
true.
at. So
Like, have you heard about the house the Cowboys had in the
the
90s?
White
They literally
House,
called it the White
yeah,
House. Yeah, I was gonna say the White House. Yeah,
yeah. So that is not an unusual circumstance. That's just
yeah,
because we heard about it because it's the Cowboys. But that is a
that's a
prominent
fact. That's true.
setup. Steve McNair got killed in his hope pad. That was a two-bedroom condo in the
Oh
city of
yeah,
Cincinnati, Tennessee, and
yeah,
his mistress killed him there. That's just where he took his hoes. But that wasn't his house,
yeah. Forgot about
like
that.
right. So no, that's
Forgot
not
all about
unusual.
that.
So
That's true. Um, But no, that shit was crazy. I would never let that go.
No, no.
I would never let that go. Like, so remember when you thought you fucked Denzel and it was a dude?
Yeah, it was just a dude. Yeah,
It was
like
just a dude.
had a 3 Series Beamer and a 2 bedroom condo. He living. Joint was bad though.
Yes, she's fine as hell.
I looked up
She,
her filmography and shit, but it's
yeah,
probably because she's not a great actress. But she's fine as hell.
yeah,
Uh,
she was in a. I first saw her in a movie with Jonah Hill called The Sitter. It's like this really funny comedy. I was like, oh my God, who is that? Yeah, I don't know why she's not more stuff. I mean, I guess we get it, but she's very beautiful.
she's not in a lot of stuff because she can't act. But what else you got for Act Two?
Um, oh yeah, so I love the bar scene where they go to track down his brother, and they still think it's a game with that, but they don't know that it's real. And then they she's like, get on the floor, hands on your knees. Or no, what she say? Like hands in the air, put your face on the floor. And the guy's like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
And she's like, child's pose, like yoga. And she's like holding the gun like it's like a frisbee, just all willy-nilly in the air. And then they finally realize that it's serious when they see their brother.
Yeah, tied up and beat up, and he's just like, "No, this
Yep,
is not a game. This is real.
I'm about to die.
Um, I'm about to die. You here to rescue me?" Yeah. So I thought that was funny. Like she kept the bad guys at bay and didn't even know she was doing it.
Right.
So yeah, that was humorous. Would you want to know if your girl knocked down a celebrity?
Um, that's a good question. I actually was thinking about asking you that too. Yeah, yeah, I would want to know.
I wouldn't care as long as I ain't wearing the nigga jersey anywhere.
Yeah, like
I
I
don't
wouldn't
care.
care, but I just out of curiosity, I would want to know.
I take the what I don't know won't hurt me as long as it was before me and you ain't got me wearing a nigga jersey.
That's true. Yeah, like if it was not during us,
Yeah,
it's fine. I don't, if he picked you up on the sneak, you can take that to your grave because that we'll just call it a hall pass
yeah.
and leave that alone.
If your girl is bad, someone prominent has DM'd her before. That's just the life.
Yes, that's true.
It's just that's just the game. The game is the game. Everyone has access to everybody now. So
That's a fact.
it's just it's like my boy was like, I don't want to. I won't use his name, but
Yeah.
he just he found this picture of
Hmm.
his granny, and he just one day was just like, I don't even want to know how my granny got a picture on Al Green's tour bus. Like, I don't even
Oh
want to
my God.
know. Why are you on Al Green's tour bus, Granny? I don't want to know. Like, I don't
That
want to
is
know.
nuts.
He was like, I was going through
Man.
the photo albums and she was on Al Green's tour bus. And I'm like, I don't even want to know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would never ask that question. I remember
You
even
know?
like a few years ago when the Freaknik documentary came out
Yeah.
and we were hanging out at open mic and my boy Will was like, "Hey, did y'all ask y'all's parents today went to Freaknik so y'all can know whether or not you need to watch the documentary?"
It's a whole lot of marketing directors and attorneys
Yep.
and administrative assistants that got some
Yeah.
got some Freaknik footage floating on the world. We all come from somewhere, man. Your parents wasn't always old and lame,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he was like, man, she was on Al Green's tour bus smiling. I'm like,
That's
oh Lord.
wild. Oh no. Damn. That's crazy.
Rough
Well, at least
scene.
that's how you know she was good looking.
Hey, Granny was outside.
She was
She wasn't all
she originated outside.
circa 1975. She was whatever black perversion of Woodstock was, she was there.
Right, yeah. She was out just after Brown Free Board of Education.
Yeah.
She was outside with Ruby Bridges.
Yeah. She was on the chitlin circuit, setting it
Literally.
out. What else you got for
That's
Act Two,
crazy.
man?
Um, okay, so after they all kind of reconvene and figure out that shit has gone left, they go to the weird neighbor's house to use his
Yeah.
complete police computer.
And he has a
And
picture of them, and he's like, "You don't have a
yeah.
picture of all your best friends." They were like, uh,
Oh.
when did we establish we were best friends?
Best friends.
Jesse Plemons is the only saving grace for this movie, man, because he
No,
kills it.
he really was a star of this movie, low
He
key.
was like, "You have a picture of Gabe now?" He's like, "You don't have a picture of all your best
All your
friends?"
best friends? And he was just like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got it."
I don't want to be eaten by you tonight, so I'm gonna shut up.
Right.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then even he had like the shrine to his ex-wife
Yeah.
in the office.
Yeah, he killed it.
I
He
actually
killed
would
it.
like to see him. I would love to see him do more comedies because I feel like his chops for that are underrated.
Well, yeah, it's true. I mean, he's so like again, he's our Walter Goggins. He's so versatile.
Yeah.
He can do it all. He does. I mean, he's done funny. He's done
Hmm.
drama. He's done
Yeah.
evil. He's done good guy.
Yeah.
You can name a situation where he didn't do great. He didn't. Maybe the movie wasn't always great because I don't think this movie was great, but he always
Right.
steals the scenes he's in. And
Correct.
so,
Yes.
so I want to earlier I say he's never been in a bad movie. That's not true because I'm about to give this movie a poor rating. But like
Right.
he always steals the scenes he's in.
Yeah.
So I'll give him
That's true.
that.
That's a fact.
I never every
Yeah.
time I leave the theater, I'm thinking about what the scenes he was in,
What he did, what
you
he
know,
said.
and that's prominent in my mind, even if whether the movie was great or not, that he's who I'm thinking about when I leave the theater. So
Yeah. It reminds me of there's some advice that Tom Cruise gave to Glenn Powell
yeah,
to actually convince him to take the role in Top Gun because he auditioned for Maverick. He didn't get it. They offered him a smaller role, and he was like, I'm good." And Tom Cruise told him he was like, I don't make great movies. I'm in movies, and I make them great.
yeah,
Like it, basically play on no small actors, just small parts, so on and so forth, whatever. But like, he just puts up 50 every time he's in a role. Like
yeah.
he's never the movie may not be great, the movie may not win awards, whatever, but you can always go and see a movie that Jesse Plemons is in, and you'll know that you're gonna walk away impressed with whatever he did and whatever scenes he was in.
Speaking of Glenn Powell, fraud alert. We need.
They tried to make him like the next Tom Cruise. They tried.
He was in that rom com with Sydney Sweeney. Another fraud alert.
Anyone, anyone but you,
Uh,
yeah.
and I just two very very attractive young fit people. Not sure
Hmm.
the acting chops are there. So putting you on fraud alert.
Yeah,
You got a couple more duds before I'm out. So
yeah, that's true.
what else you got for Act
Um,
Two?
I mean, I think that's pretty much all I got for Act Two. Because I got Act Three starting where they go to the Kingpin, whatever you want to call him's house.
Act three, we're going to call this the high stakes finale. With their lives on the line, the friends race against time to save Brooks from a perilous situation. They use their collective skills and knowledge to outsmart the criminals, leading to a climactic showdown and a shocking revelation that changes everything. Whoo! This is where the movie collapses into one long, pointless chase scene, and
Mhm.
it was tough. It was they ran out of movie. They literally were just like.
They just were like, we're just gonna do wild shit in here. We're gonna have a chase scene. We're gonna fight on a plane.
Oh, it
There's gonna
was
be a
tough,
fight
man.
club in it.
Oh my God, this third act was rough. It was like, man, they are out of movie. They need to get to the end, but they're contractually obligated to get to 90 minutes. And
Yeah, I think they had about 75 minutes of real time movie, and they had to throw in 20 more minutes.
man, it was rough. I don't really have anything for Act Three because it was god awful.
Yeah,
What you
because the
got?
whole thing about like they tried to do like the character development thing, but they just didn't go because they were like, "Oh, you don't want kids because you want to be like your brother, and that's why like
They didn't make us care about the characters before that though. So
that's
like
the pro right. That's my point. That's the problem.
you can't, these are just NPCs going
Yeah,
from and so at the end you're trying to drop an emotional revelation
yeah,
that no one cares about because we don't know these people.
correct. Because you try to reverse engineer the lack of plot development or character development. I think they should have shown like they should have started off to me. I would have started the movie off with like scenes of him and his brother as kids playing games and him just losing nonstop at games. And then I would have cut to the scene of him being at trivia night and meeting the girl, and I feel like that would have brought things together a little bit better, personally, just from a storytelling perspective.
I'm fine with the dumb comedy with the thin plot that doesn't really make sense, but it has to be funny. And this movie just wasn't really
Yeah,
that funny.
yeah.
If you take Jesse Plemons out of it, there's like the funny white joke at the beginning where, he makes the name something that's superior. She says white people. I laughed at that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Denzel bit, I laughed at that. Everything
yeah.
else was just a token chuckle. And I just
Correct.
So you have a comedy with a flimsy plot that isn't really all
Hmm.
that funny. What do we have here? You know,
And we have nobody to like really root for,
no,
you
there's
know.
no.
Um,
Like I said, they held it together until Act Three when they clearly ran out of movie,
Correct.
and yeah, they didn't land this plane.
Yeah, like even
But I'm
like the
bummed.
hang if we talk about one of the greatest comedies ever, of course we're not
Yeah,
comparing it to that, but just following the template of a story that takes place over basically 12 hours, The Hangover, they took about 20 minutes to show their lives
yeah.
before The Hangover, you know what I mean?
And also, it was funny. The
That too.
Hangover
Yes,
was
and it was
funny.
funny.
Like
Yes.
there's still quotes paging Doctor derogatory
You know.
terms that begins with F. Like the weird speech at the Wolfpack speech
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
we're looking for
chicken.
strippers and cocaine.
Yeah, like just it was funny. This movie
Remember
had
seeing
not
my
funny.
one of my favorite lines of all time from that movie is when Stu is losing his shit and he's like, I gave you guys drugs, whatever. He's like, Doug could be face down on a ditch somewhere with a meth head, butt fucking his corpse.
The fanny pack, that was funny.
Yeah, the fanny pack.
They run into Mike
Um,
Tyson, that was funny.
yeah, the tiger. Um,
It
Alan
just
trying to be like Bradley Cooper's character, the whole movie, like,
it was funny. This movie game night just didn't it didn't bring the jokes. And if you
yeah.
I don't mind like Friday, it's one of my favorite comedies. That movie, nothing
Mhm.
happens in that dumbass
Nothing
movie.
happens in that movie.
But it's
Nothing
funny.
happens.
Everything doesn't have to be Citizen Kane. I'm not that
Right.
movie critic, but like you
Correct.
have to do something well. This didn't do anything well. Like it's rough. It was rough, man. I hate to be, because I bashed the movie last week, so I don't want to be the guy that's just overly negative, but I'm not gonna
Shitting
lie
on
to
movies,
people.
yeah.
I didn't and this is funny because I picked this movie. I saw it in 2018 in the theater. I don't know if maybe I was high or something,
I don't know.
but
I remember it
it
being better.
has not held up.
Yeah.
I also just think things are funny in the theater because comedy is contagious, laughter is
Yeah.
contagious, and
Yeah, that's true.
so you're harder to make laugh sitting at home on your couch, which is why I think,
Hmm.
um, you know, like comedy. Every comedian you like on Netflix is way funnier in
Hmm.
person because laughter is contagious.
That is true.
So,
Also, I
yeah,
think the thing with comedy is, unlike thriller and action and rom-coms and shit, is it can only hit at its best the first time.
correct.
Like so, every time you um indulge in it or experience it, it gets a little let it loses quality in a sense because humor doesn't have always have a, great repeat value. It's
Correct.
not like rap or music or
Or it's so funny that you watch it 3 or 4 times and it's really
mhm.
funny and you just grow to like the plot. Like Friday. I like the plot
Yeah.
even though it's
Hmm.
not about anything.
Right.
House parties like that. That movie ain't about nothing.
Right.
But like you stick around long enough because you like the funny and the rap battle and the dance
Hmm.
battle, and sooner or later I just start liking the plot.
Yeah.
I don't see myself getting there with game night. I don't think that's gonna happen. Uh I don't have anything else for Act Three. What you got?
Yeah. Well, we got there's like the twist where at the end where it's like the first part of the setup was fake. Or yeah, it was fake that they thought was real was fake by the creepy neighbor. And then they're like, okay, cool, we're good. All right. And then he gets shot. And then they realize that the other guy is real. So that was like a twist on the retwist. Plane chase, whatever.
Yawn. Could have kept it.
I'm just trying to recap the movie, but that's pretty much it, honestly.
Flag on the
They're
play. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Lost it down.
yeah, they're
This
saved.
that
They saved the day. That's pretty much it, honestly. I don't really have much to say about this movie. I will say though, bring back cool credits in movies because I did love the credits in this one where they have like it kind of shows like he'd been stalking them the whole time, and it's got like the cool little special effects and shit. As a movie guy, it's just like shit I like watching. But
I couldn't
yeah,
cut
this
this
movie was
motherfucker
not.
off fast enough. I
Yeah,
ain't
this
watched
movie
no
wasn't
damn.
great. This movie was not great. Sorry guys, we're gonna have a good one for you next week.
What do you rate it, man?
I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give it 2 stars.
I'm gonna give it two as well. I saved my ones for like totally unwatchable garbage.
Yeah,
This was watchable until the last 15 or 20 minutes. It just
yeah.
It just doesn't hold up well. I laughed more than a handful of times, and if you can make me laugh
Hmm.
a handful of times in a half an hour, you got it too. So, all right, thanks for listening. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in your area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. Jordan be writing on all socials.
Please rate, like, subscribe. We are at Out the Trunk Pod on all socials. That is Out the Trunk Pod on all socials.
And for any ongoing movie recommendations, feel free to reach out to us via email. We do check it daily, so we will hit you back at outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's a wrap. Thanks for coming to the movies with us. We'll be back next week reviewing Good Boys.
Thank
Y'all take
y'all.
care.